Hi, my name's Peter Edwards. I'm chairman of the Whole Wind Trust, and we are the organisers of the Welsh Pool Country Music Festival. Stay with me over the next hour, and we can look ahead at this summer's fabulous event.
Playing the biggest variety of UK country alongside the big names from America. Streaming 24/7 online on your smart speaker and on your mobile.
The hottest country music for the UK. UKCountryRadio.com.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Johnny Cash classic Ring of Fire kicks off our first 30 minutes. And that was a nod to my father, who was my biggest influence for country music. And he was a great lover of traditional country and Western music. So there you go, Dad, that's for you. Hello, I'm Peter Edwards, chairman of the Whole Wind Trust. We are organisers of the Welsh Pool Country Music Festival. Welsh Pool Country Music Festival is a show of almost 40 years standing. Of course, back when we first started, it was a simple one-day affair in a field, not too far away from where we are now. And I think we had a few car boot trailers and a single trailer as a stage. The festival now takes place in the setting we know as Powys Castle Showground. And it's a natural amphitheatre with views across the valley, which is simply stunning. Today, Welsh Pool Country Music Festival boasts 4 days of entertainment, starting with a gentle Thursday afternoon of line dancing and karaoke, and ending on a Sunday evening with a traditional march down the hill by our authentic reenactors and the performance of what they call the trilogy. Of course, there's more going on than just the music, but we don't make the show into a fairground attraction. It's a relaxing weekend of country music where you can dance your feet off or simply lay back and take in all the music. Well, let me introduce you to Delta Smoke. You may know them. They played on our main stage about 2 years back. And yes, backed by popular demand, Delta Smoke. All you ever do is bring me down.
I can't sleep awake anymore. Ever since you first walked out the door, 'cause, honey, all you do is bring me down. Funny how my whole world fell apart. Think I saw it coming from the start. Try to tell myself that you'd be true, but I expected way too much of you. All you ever do is bring me down, making me a fool all over town. They all wonder why I wear a frown. That's 'cause, honey, all you do is bring me down. All you ever do is bring me down, making me a fool all over town. They all wonder why I wear a frown. That's 'cause, honey, all you do is bring me down. That's 'cause, honey, all you do is bring me down. Honey, all you ever do is bring me down. 2, 3, 4. All you ever do is bring me down, making me a fool all over town. They all wonder why I wear a frown. That's 'cause, honey, all you do is bring me down. That's 'cause, honey, all you do is bring me down. Honey, all you ever do is bring me down.
And that was Delta Smoke. All you ever do is bring me down. And Delta Smoke will be playing on our main stage on Saturday, and they're one of our key artists. Let me fill you in with a few activities that we do on the Thursday and the Friday before things really kick off on the full day on the Saturday. If you arrive at our show around about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you will find some line dancing with some instructors. We've got a very fine line dance instructor, Steve Rutter. He's been in the business a long time, knows his stuff. And he also does a bit of DJing throughout the show as well. So I look forward to seeing him do that. And then we have a bit of cowboy karaoke around about the 5 o'clock sometime. So later in the evening, we then have Kenny Jr. entertaining everybody as our first artist for our weekend show. Kenny's been to our show many, many times before and probably well known among our hardened country music listeners. Friday afternoon is a nice lazy day on the field, kicking off around about 3 in the afternoon, again with some line dancing and another chance to catch up with some cowboy karaoke. And then in the evening, we have the fabulous Donna Wilde singing for us.
Found your note you left out on the table. Working late again. Kiss me like there's no tomorrow. And everything'll be alright. We can build our lives on separate highways, paying for the things we can't afford. Well, it might take some time to make it better, 'cause we've been down some bad roads before. If you love me just a little bit longer. When you hold me tight, don't let go. And when you kiss me like there's no tomorrow. Everything'll be alright. When you love me just a little bit longer. When you hold me tight, don't let go. And when you kiss me like there's no tomorrow. And everything'll be alright. Oh baby, everything'll be alright.
Love Me a Little Bit Longer. That's Donna Wilde, of course. And Donna will be performing for us on Friday night in our saloon bar. Our main stage kicks off at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, where we first meet our authentic Westerners in their full regalia. They come down the hill, firing their pistols and rifles, making a right old ding. They'll form up in front of our stage and do their first trilogy. Now, for many years, our compere Rick Mason has looked after our audience with his wit and sarcasm. However, due to ill health, he cannot be with us again this year. And so if you're listening, Rick, please get well soon, mate. We want to see you back there. MT Allen stepped up for us last year and is doing so again this year, having cancelled his wedding to do so. A few words from our compere and accomplished singer, MT Allen.
My name's Malk Allen, and I'm the singer MT Allen. But my company is called National Artist Management, and what we do is we specialise in managing country music singers and also arranging the artists for events like Welshpool. We've been very lucky to be asked to do this yet again, and we've been helping them for quite some time. The original compere for the event, Rick Mason, he'd been doing it for many years, but his health was declining, and so they called on me quite last minute last year to try and go and stand in and do the comparing, which I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm there again this year, and the year after I'm booked to go back. Hopefully I'm going to become a part of the fixtures and fittings on this event, because I thoroughly enjoyed it, with lots of lovely people, a great audience, and great people to work with. It's a well-run event. They have a really good sound crew. The stage is made out of wagging backs covered with sheets, etc., to make a waterproof stage for the artists. It's almost like an amphitheatre, really. The grass raises up on the bank and you look down onto the main stage. People come to the show and bring their chairs or blankets or whatever they wish to sit on, and then they can watch the show all day long. The amenities are very good there, toilets and showers, etc., for those that want to camp. There's some decent food vendors there as well. I can vouch for some of those, having stayed there a couple of times last year and used them. There's actually a fantastic lineup of acts as well. It starts on the Thursday. I'm not going to mention all the acts, but I will mention one or two key ones. On the Thursday night in the Marquee, there is Kenny Jr., and he's a great artist, a great entertainer. There's some other acts as well. I'm just mentioning some of them. For me, on the Friday, Peter Shaw is on the event in the Marquee. Once again, another great act. Some of the standout artists for the Saturday, Spread Your Wings, are a great duo. Vicky's an amazing singer. And also, all the way from Scotland, the all-live Delta Smoke Band, which have got a rock-edged type of country show. They're always entertaining. And then from Lancashire, Derek Darby, who used to be with McGill, if you remember. He's on. We also have the multi-award-winning Richard Palmer with his amazing vocals. And also the Ian Highland Band from the south of the country. They're an all-live band. They've been on the festival before and they're looking forward to having a welcome return. And then the closing act for the Saturday is the Henry Smith and Country Dreams. Of course, everybody knows Henry Smith. He's been around with us a long time and he's got a fantastic band, so that's going to be great. The show starts quite early on the Sunday. In no particular order, some of the artists that are on there. It's Chris John O'Johnson. He's, coming up through the ranks now, doing very, very well. Another act not to be missed is Nicola Harris doing her Shania Twain tribute. I've worked with her on lots of different events. It's the first time for her at Welshpool, but definitely one not to be missed. Next on my list, I notice we've got The Breeze. Of course, The Breeze used to be fronted by the late Gary Perkins. It's now fronted by the singer Stubby, who's been around for quite some time. Another one that really does need mentioning is Tony Rouse. Tony's been around for quite a few years. In fact, he used to play the lead role in Starlight Express when he was younger. He's on, but he's always entertaining. I've seen him have the audience eating out of the palm of his hand many times. And then one of my favourite artists from our circuit, and that's the Clint Bradley Band. They're very much a traditional style of country band with double bass, doing a lot of the old style of country music. The old western songs, etc. And I always like something like that. But all in all, the Welshpool Festival, it's definitely the place to be. Don't miss it. If you can get down, even just for one day, then make sure you do, because it's a great event. And come and say hello to me. I'll be up there on stage doing my thing and try and get you all to enjoy yourselves.
It wasn't even in my plans. A week in the sun and some fun in the sand. I was really only passing through. It all began on Ocean Drive, standing in line for a burger and fries. Coincidentally, so were you. We took a quiet corner booth. Didn't plan on hanging out in Florida. I never was too good at standing still. And suddenly it's looking like I'm gonna kill a few more days in Jacksonville. Wash away my blues. You helped me lose track of time. Rock and roll, you holding me, rocking in your arms by the rolling sea. It was easy making up my mind. I can see forever in your eyes, your eyes. Didn't plan on hanging out in Florida. I never was too good at standing still.
was MT Allen with Jacksonville, and you'll see MT Allen on the stage all day Saturday and Sunday. As I said before, he's our compere. He's also an accomplished singer, so if need be, you might even hear him fill in a few gaps. So let's have a look at what we got on Saturday. A good number of bands, and according to our social media, these are the people you'd like to see again and again. So we're pleased to oblige. You tell us what you want, we'll do the business. So Henry Smith Band, one of the big bands on Saturday, been with us many times. They're a right old handful, and they will get you dancing and keep you entertained. And I'm sure you'll want them back again and again. As before, Delta Smoke, we've mentioned, they will be on Saturday. One of my favourite single artists, Derek Darby, will be performing, and he's one for the line dancers, obviously. Gets everybody singing along to everything, which is superb. Richard Palmer will also be on stage doing his bit. He's a solo singer. Later in the evening in our Saloon Bar marquee, which is a huge all-weather marquee, so even if it rains a little bit, you're not going to get your feet too wet. Spread Your Wings and our old favourite Pedro. You probably all know Pedro. He's been with us, must be 20 years. And the final band to mention is the Ian Highland Band. They're playing Saturday afternoon on one of our headline acts. Here are the Ian Highland Band with Pass Me By.
Would you look at what came down the road today? Wanting me to be one more mistake to make. A bridge to burn to get to someone new. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. You sure look like the traveling kind to me. Don't stop, this ain't where you wanna be. Oh, I don't know what you think you've run into. Pass me by if you're only passing through. No, I'm not gonna be a stepping stone amongst the other hearts you've walked on. Lord, help me if I fall in love with you. Pass me by if you're only passing through. You sure look like the traveling kind to me. Don't stop, if this ain't where you wanna be. Oh, I don't know what you think you've run into. Pass me by if you're only passing through. Pass me by if you're only passing through.
That was the Ian Highland Band with Pass Me By. Let's just fill you in with how you can get your tickets to come and see our show. Saturday, the 16th of July, you'll see the Ian Highland Band, as we just mentioned, along with a whole host of other guests. And our tickets are always available on the gate and on the day. Now, we do open at 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon, but the main show, of course, Saturday and Sunday, gates are open at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and you can buy tickets on the day, on the gate. Now, if you want to save some money, buy your tickets via our website and you will save £10 for two people for a 4-day ticket. So it's well worth doing. It's an easy to remember URL, countrywestern.org.uk. So just remember countrywestern at the .org.uk and you'll get to our website. Or you can Google Welshpool Country Music Festival and we will come up first rank. You're listening to ukcountryradio.com. I'm Peter Edwards, hosting this 1-hour show, introducing you to the Welshpool Country Music Festival. And we'll have more in just a moment.
Country for your life.
The hottest country music for the UK. UKCountryRadio.com.
All my exes live in Texas. Texas is a place I do long to be. All my exes live in Texas. So that's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Rosanna down in Texarkana wanted me to push her broom. Sweet Eileen in Abilene forgot that I owned. Allison in Galveston somehow lost her sanity. Dimples, who now lives in Temple's, got the law looking for me. All my exes live in Texas. Texas is the place I do long to be. All my exes live in Texas. So that's why I hang this hat in Tennessee. I remember that old Frio River where I learned to swim. Brings to mind another time I kinda wore my old welcome thin. By transcendental meditation, I go there each night. Always come back to myself long before daylight. All my exes live in Texas. Texas is a place I did long to be. All my exes live in Texas. So that's why I reside in Tennessee. Some folks think I'm hiding. It's been rumored that I died. But I'm alive, I'm well in Tennessee.
Okay, welcome back. That was the Jeff Gallant Band and All My Exes Live in Texas. My name's Peter Edwards. I'm the chairman of the Holwyn Trust and we are the organisers of Welshpool Country Music Festival. And we're looking ahead to what you can expect at our show this July the 16th to the 19th. Unlike some shows where they give some of the money they collect to a charity and sometimes merely to exist as a show, this show is 100% run by the Holwyn Trust. Every penny that the show generates goes to the Holwyn Trust. And at the Hohen Trust, we run narrowboats up and down the Welsh Pool or the Montgomery Canal in Welsh Pool. And the narrowboats carry vulnerable or disabled folks, children, adults, and we do it all free of charge. And so far as I'm aware, we are the only charity in the country that does this as a free of charge service. So it's important that we raise all the money we can for the trust so that we can enact our reason to be here, which is to take these boats up and down the canal with folks who need us. The trust has been going 51 years this year, and it originally started with a boat that was launched by King Charles, Prince Charles as he was then, in 1985, I believe, 1985. And last year, I believe we raised something of the order of £23,000 to the cost of running the trust. We've already sold a vast number of tickets this year. Got £32,000 in the bank already. That's 650 odd tickets sold. So the show is already looking to be a good success this year, but we want to see more people. So we'll give you details about the tickets again a bit later on and remind you of where you can get those tickets. It's countrywestern.org.uk. Saturday night, we have a duo called Spread Your Wings. If you're in the country scene, you'll know them well. Here they are singing Redneck Woman.
I ain't never been a Barbie doll type. No, I can swig that sweet champagne. I'd rather drink beer all night in a tavern or a honky-tonk or on a four-wheel drive tailgate. I got posters on my wall of Skinner, Kid and Straight. Some people look down on me, but I don't give a rip. I'll stand barefooted in my own front yard with a baby on my hip, 'cause I'm a redneck woman. I ain't no high-class broad. I'm just a product of my raising.
And that was Spread Your Wings and Redneck Woman. You can see them Saturday evening at the Welshpool Country Music Festival, along with Pedro and a few guests. It's going to be good. This is a look at what we're doing on the Sunday. Let's take a look. We've got all kinds of bands. Again, people keep asking for these bands to come back. One of our favourites, The Breeze. Again, we've got Clint Bradley Band. We've got Jeff Gallant Band. We've got Tony Rouse. And we've got Tanya Turner as well. A heck of a lineup on our Sunday. Now, we always like to have some kind of tribute band to break things up and encourage young ones to come along. And this year, we've done something special. We've got Shania Twain. No, we haven't got Shania Twain. We've got a tribute to Shania Twain. Just as a heads up, next year, we've got Johnny Cash making his return as a tribute band. Hence why we played Ring of Fire earlier on. Let's have a listen. Shania Twain, the original, Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Let's go, girls. Come on. I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice. Yeah, I wanna scream and shout. Get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act politically correct. I only wanna have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. Oh, go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men, shirt, short skirts. I feel like a woman. The girls need a break tonight. We're gonna take the chance to get out on the town. We don't need romance, we only wanna dance. We're gonna let our hair hang down. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. Oh, go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men, shirt, short skirts. Oh, really go wild, yeah. Doing that in style. Oh, get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair, do what I dare. I wanna be free, yeah, to feel the way I feel. And man, I feel like a woman. Oh yeah, the best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. Oh, go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men, shirt, short skirts. Oh, really go wild, yeah. Doing that in style. Oh, get in the action. Feel the attraction. Color my hair, do what I dare. I wanna be free, yeah, to feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman. Yeah, I got totally crazy. Can you feel it? Come on, baby. I feel like a woman.
Okay, that was the original Shania Twain, who is not performing at our show. Just remember that we have a fabulous tribute act, but you will hear that song, I'm sure. Besides music, what else is happening? Let me tell you about the food, first of all. We've got a lady called the Food Fairy, and she produces gourmet burgers by hand. We've got an authentic Greek street food provided by a company called the Greek Escape. They've been popular every year, back again by popular demand. And of course, traditional English street food, some Italian pizzas and crepes and all kinds of, there's loads of stuff. Now, one of the biggest side shows that we've got there is provided by the Mavericks Authentic Show Team. This is a spectacle in itself. We set aside a large area where the Mavericks can set up an encampment of authentic tents and wigwams, along with memorabilia and artifacts. And twice a day, they perform a shootout or reenactment, along with commentary on historical facts on what life would have been like back in those Wild West days. Just want to remain thankful to the Mavericks, who are all volunteers and keep up this show for country and western shows like our own. And they keep the authentic country feeling alive. We have a 2-day fast draw competition. Saturday we have a competition and Sunday we have a competition, and the winner from those two competitions take part in our last man standing competition. And there are wonderful trophies this year, along with some cash prizes and a couple of free tickets for next year. That's worth a bob or two in itself. So on the Sunday, we have a final shootout to decide who is the last man standing. And no second place prize on that one. Shropshire Falconry are coming along for 2 days, for the Saturday and Sunday, and they will have a wild range of birds of prey, including owls, falcons and peregrines and other interesting birds. We've also got a stand where you can get an old 1800s photograph taken, the old way. They called it sepia, I believe. So if you want your own wanted poster or something like that, you'll be able to get that done as well. Exotic Zoo. Now, they will be coming along for 1 day. All kinds of furry, cute animals, along with some snakes and spiders, the stuff that really scares people. They will be on hand on the Saturday. And we also, let's get some face painters there and a few bits and pieces like that. So lots to do, even if you're a mild country music enthusiast. Right then, getting back to the music. On Sunday afternoon, we're lucky to have the Clint Bradley Band, and here they are, Riding After Midnight.
I saw a crazy cowboy ride across my dream. He turned and waved to me. What could it mean? What could it mean? This crazy dream. I did not recognize him. His face was out of view. He looked familiar, like someone that I almost knew. Well, now I'm riding after midnight and I'm roping all the stars, heading across the prairie to the land of my heart. There's a cabin waiting there with freedom on the door. If I get there by midnight, this crazy dream will bother me no more. No more. I saw the cutest cowgirl a man has ever seen. She came riding down a moonbeam, heading straight for me, oh straight for me. Inside my dream, she rode up to me, smiled and took my hand. She said, now follow me, I know the trail to Neverland. Well, now I'm riding after midnight and I'm roping all the stars, heading across the prairie to the land of my heart. There's a cabin waiting there with freedom on the door. If I get there by midnight, this crazy dream won't bother me no more. Whoa, no more. Let's go. crazy cowboy, the one inside my dream. I recognize him now. Oh, good Lord, it's me, good Lord, it's me. I'm inside my dream. I'm heading across the prairie, bound for Neverland, straight on till the morning. Then I will understand. Well, now I'm riding after midnight and I'm roping all the stars, heading across the prairie to the land of my heart. There's a cabin waiting there with freedom on the door. If I get there by midnight, this crazy dream will bother me no more. Oh, no more. No, 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 no more. Oh, yeah, no, 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 no more. Oh, yeah, no, 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 no more. Oh, yeah, no, 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 no more.
And that was Clint Brantley Band. They're riding after midnight. You'll see them on Sunday at our show. That's the 19th of July. Time to say some thanks to people that make this thing happen. And let's be honest, without these people putting in the time and their effort, it would make the show far too expensive, or to run at the prices we do anyway. We're lucky to have the support of the Paris Estates and, of course, the 8th Earl of Paris, who kindly allows us to hold our festival every year on this wonderful venue for the nominal fee of not a lot, shall we say. Now, one of our biggest thanks goes to our volunteers who step up every year to make things tick, and without these kind of folks, the event simply can't take place. And again, it keeps the cost down so that we can do this. And just to give you an idea of what it costs to come to one of our shows, we try to make it affordable for everybody. A family of 4 can enjoy 4 days of music and 4 days of camping for £150. And let's be honest, you wouldn't even get a campsite for £150 for 4 days. We do have day tickets from £25, so you can turn up on the day, pay at the gate, and enjoy the show that way. Of our volunteers, I'd like to just mention David Seymour and Lorraine Seymour. They're a couple that have been at our show longer than I have, 30 years, I believe, if not longer. You will remember Lorraine walking around the show. If you've been to our show before, she is the dear old lady in the yellow jacket, picking up the litter and making conversation with everybody, talking to everybody. Sadly, we lost Lorraine this year, and we'd like to play a song for David to say goodbye to Lorraine. This is Richard Palmer, Buy Me a Rose.
He works hard to give her all he thinks she wants. The 3-car garage, her own credit cards. He pulls in late to wake her up with a kiss goodnight. If he could only read her mind, she'd say, buy me a rose, call me from work, open a door for me, what would it hurt? Show me you love me by the look in your eyes. These are the little things I need the most in my life. Well, the days have turned to years of living all alone. She can't help but wonder what she's doing wrong. So lately she'd try anything just to turn said, oh, if she said, buy me a rose, call me from work, open a door for me, what would it hurt? Show me you love me by the look in your eyes. These are the little things I need the most in my life. Well, the more that he lives, the less that he tries to show her the love he holds inside. But the more that she gives, the more he sees. This is a story of you and me. So I bought you a rose on the way home from work, to open a door to a heart that I hurt. And I hope you notice this look in my eyes. I'm gonna make things right for the rest of your life, rest of your life. And I'm gonna hold you tonight, do all those little things for the rest of your life. The rest of your life.
Well, that was Richie Palmer, Buy Me a Rose. And special one for Lorraine. We'll miss you. Couple of things to wrap up with. We have a grand draw, which you won't want to miss if you really fancy a log cabin weekend in the Welsh Hills. It does have running water, not like the old West days. £1 a ticket. You'll be able to buy those tickets on the field. And for the runner-up prize, you'll get 2 4-day VIP tickets to our show in 2027. We also have a show guide, which you can buy online or you can buy at the show. It's just a £5. But in there, you get £6 worth of tokens against the food stalls. Bit of a no-brainer, £1 up on the deal. So don't forget, the show starts on Thursday the 16th of July through to Sunday the 19th of July. Day tickets are available, 2-day tickets available, 3-day and 4-day full tickets are still available online. And remember, it's a simple URL, www.countrywestern.org.uk. Buy your tickets now, save yourself some money. And don't forget to buy a show guide at the same time. So it's time for our last song, a song from Henry Smith Band. They're playing on the Saturday, 18th of July for us. This is a song called I Hope She Falls. Thank you.
I hope she falls before I fall to pieces. I hope she falls in love with me. And if she falls, my whole world's completed. If she falls in love with me. The music plays here all night long. You sing along to every song, serving up those beers along the way. Smile and laugh and have a dance with every guy that takes the chance to try to steal your heart away. I hope she falls before I fall to pieces. I hope she falls in love with me. And if she falls, my whole world's completed. If she falls in love with me. shot. I really hope it hits the spot for her to hear me say, I hope she falls before I fall to pieces. I hope she falls in love with me. And if she falls, my whole world's completed. If she falls in love with me. She falls before I fall to pieces. I hope she falls in love with me. And if she falls, my whole world's completed. If she falls in love with me. Oh, if she falls in love with